solve the following quadratic equation. So using complex number we will solve the following quadratic equation. First one, solve 27x square minus 10x plus 1 equal to 0. Solution. Since it is quadratic polynomial, so we will find roots according to x equal to minus b plus minus under root delta, which is b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So using this formula we will find the roots. So for 27x square minus 10x plus 1 equal to 0, a equal to 27, b equal to minus 10, and c equal to 1. Comparing it with standard quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So x equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So minus b, so minus minus plus because b is minus 10, so 10 plus minus b square 100 minus 4, a equal to 27, c equal to 1 upon 2a. So 2 into 27, that is 54. So 10 plus minus, this is 100 minus 164, so this is minus 64. Minus 64 means I square into 8 square. So upon 54, so 10 plus minus I root, this is 8, it is simplification 27 into 4, so this is 108, so minus 8, so minus 8 I square 2 square into 2, so this is 2i root 2, so 2i root 2 upon 54. Taking 2 common and divide each by 27, so 5 upon 27 plus minus I root 2 upon 27. So this is the solution. Second example, if z2 equal to if complex number z2 equal to 2 minus I, sorry, z1 equal to we have given complex number z1 and z2. If z1 equal to 2 minus I, z2 equal to 1 plus I, then find value of modulus of z1 plus z2 plus 1 upon z1 minus z2 plus 1. So So two complex numbers are given. Solution. Z1 equal to given 2 minus I and Z2 equal to we have given 1 plus I. So let us evaluate. Mod Z2 plus Z1 plus 1 upon Z1 minus Z2 plus 1. So first we put value for Z1 and Z2. So Z1 plus Z2, so 2 minus I plus Z2 1 plus I plus 1 upon Z1 2 minus I and minus Z2, so minus 1 minus I plus 1. Simply in numerator and denominator we have substituted values of Z1 and Z2. So when we simplify, 2 minus I plus 1 plus I, so plus I minus I cancel, so in numerator 2 plus 2 4. In denominator we have 2 minus I minus 1 minus I, so plus 1 minus 1 is cancelled, so 2 minus 2I. Now from numerator and denominator we take 2 common, so this is mod 2 upon 1 minus I. Now numerator is pure real number, so its modulus 2 upon mod 1 minus I. We have used this property, modulus of Z1 upon Z2, so modulus of Z1 upon modulus of Z2. Now modulus of 1 minus I, so it is according to property under root x square plus y square, 1 square plus minus 1 square, so this is root 2, so 2 upon root 2. So when we simplify, answer will be root 2. So simply this is modulus for a complex number for z equal to x plus iy. You recall modulus of z equal to under root x square plus y square, and we have used the properties of the modulus, and if complex number is pure real, then modulus of 2, it is 2. Now we take next example. If a plus ib equal to x plus I square upon 2x square plus 1, prove that a square plus b square equal to x square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. Solution. We have given a plus ib equal to x plus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1. Say equation 1. Now taking conjugate on both sides, there are two methods to solve this one. Either you can take modulus on both the side and then you can take square, or alternate method is first we take conjugate both sides. So left hand side conjugate of a plus ib, it is a minus ib. Here for x plus I, its conjugate is x minus I upon 2x square plus 1. Say equation number 2. Now taking multiplication of corresponding side, we take multiplication of corresponding side. So taking multiplication of corresponding sides. So left hand side a plus ib into a minus ib equal to right hand side x plus I whole square into x minus I whole square, while in denominator 2x square plus 1 into 2x square plus 1, so 2x square plus 1 whole square. Now let us simplify a plus ib into a minus ib. So this is a square minus I square b square. In numerator it is x square minus I square. Say a square plus b square, this can be written as ab square. As a you have x plus I, and as a b you have x minus I. So ab it will be x square minus I square. So this is numerator. Denominator 2x square plus 1 whole square, but I square equal to minus 1. So when we substitute I square equal to minus 1, a square, here minus minus plus b square. So a square plus b square equal to x square plus 1 whole square, because I square is minus 1, upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. So this is the required solution. So simply we have given a plus ib equal to x plus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1, taking conjugate. So left hand side a minus ib plus I will be replaced by minus I in the case of conjugate. Then we take multiplication of the corresponding side. So this is the multiplication, and therefore a square plus b square equal to x square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square on simplifying. Now next question, fourth one. Fourth one, let z1 equal to two minus I and z2 equal to minus 2 plus I. Find real part of z1 into z2 upon z1 bar and imaginary part of one upon z1 into z1 bar. Solution. For a complex number z equal to x plus iy, what is real part of z? That is x. and coefficient of I, it is imaginary part of z, that is y. So we will use these properties to find real and imaginary parts of z1 into z2 upon z1 bar and 1 upon z1 into z1 bar. So first solution, let us evaluate z1 into z2 upon z1 bar. Then we will convert z1 into z2 upon z1 bar as standard form a plus ib. A plus ib, it is standard form in which a is real part, b is imaginary part. So z1 2 minus I, z1 equal to 2 minus I, z2 minus 2 plus I upon z1 bar. So conjugate of minus 2 plus I, z1 bar conjugate of 2 minus I, so it is 2 plus I. So 2 minus I into bracket minus 2 plus I upon 2 plus I. Into bracket we give reason z1 equal to 2 minus I. So this implies z1 bar equal to 2 plus I. Now again we simplify. So we take minus common, so 2 minus I upon 2 plus I. Here when we take minus common, outside minus, into bracket we have 2 minus I. So this is 2 minus I whole square upon 2 plus I. Now we simplify. Numerator 2 square plus I square, middle term minus 4I upon 2 plus I. Now I square is minus 1, so this is 4 minus 1 minus 4I upon 2 plus I. Now to convert into standard form, we use surd of denominator. For 2 plus I, its conjugate complex number 2 minus I. So multiplied numerator and denominator by 2 minus I. Now simplification. 4 minus 1, 3 minus 4I, 3 minus 4I into bracket 2 minus I. Denominator 2 plus I, 2 minus I, so 4 minus I square is minus 1, so minus minus plus, so denominator is 5. Now in numerator, ordinary multiplication, 3 2s are 6 minus 3I, 3 into 2 minus 3I minus 4 into 2 8I minus minus plus 4I square. In numerator, ordinary multiplication. Now simplification. I square is minus 1, so 6 minus 4, 6 minus 4 and minus 3I minus 8I, so minus 11I upon 5. Again further simplification. 6 minus 4, 2 minus 11I upon 5. Take minus inside, so minus 2 plus 11i. Now divide each term by 5. So this is in the form a plus ib. A it is real part, coefficient of I, b it is imaginary part, while we have to find real part. So real part will be minus 2 by 5, and therefore real part of Z1 into Z2 upon Z1 bar equal to minus 2 by 5. This is, but in the same question, if there is a question of the form, suppose in the same question find imaginary part of Z1 into Z2 upon Z1 bar, then our answer will be imaginary part is coefficient of I, so answer will be 11 by 5, coefficient of I, it is imaginary part. Now second question is, we have to find imaginary part of 1 upon, find imaginary part of 1 upon Z1 into, so this is, first we evaluate Z1 into Z1 bar. 1 upon Z1 means Z1 it is 2 minus I, so Z1 bar 2 plus I, so this is 4 minus I square is minus 1, so minus minus plus 4 minus I square is minus 1, so this is 5. This is pure real number, so 1 by 5 plus I into 0. So what is imaginary part? Therefore imaginary part of 1 upon Z1 into Z1 bar equal to 0. This is coefficient of I, it is imaginary part. Now next question is, problem is fifth one. Find modulus and argument of the complex number 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i. Solution. So first we discuss method how to find modulus and argument form, or there may be a alternate question, obtain polar form of 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i. So 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i, step 1, convert into standard form x plus iy, using conjugate of the denominator, convert it into the standard form x plus iy. Step 2, put x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. Solve this equation. Step 3, solve these equations for r and theta. R will be modulus, which is given by under root x square plus y square, and theta, by solving this equation, cos theta x by r, sin theta y by r. Solving this equation for theta belongs to open close minus pi to pi. That will be principal value of the argument. So now 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i. So first we will convert into standard form. Standard form means a plus ib form. A plus ib form. So we use surd of the denominator. 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i, 1 plus 3i, 1 plus 3i. So this is 1 minus 9i square denominator. Now in numerator ordinary multiplication, first we multiplied with 1 into 1 plus 3i. Now 2i into 1, so 2i plus 2 into 3, 6i square. I square is minus 1, so 1 minus 6 and 3i plus 2i, that is 5i. Here I square is minus 1, so minus minus plus 1 plus 9. 1 minus 6 minus 5 plus 5i upon 10. So this is minus 1 half plus 1 half into I. So now we are able to compare it with x plus iy form, x plus iy. So x equal to minus 1 half, y equal to 1 half. So r equal to under root x square plus y square, this is modulus, so under root 1 by 4 x square plus y square, so minus 1 half square 1 by 4 plus y square 1 by 4. So this is simplification will be 1 upon root 2. So modulus of given complex number, if we denote given complex number by z, let z equal to 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i, then modulus of z equal to 1 upon root 2. Now cos theta x by r, sin theta y by r, x equal to minus 1 half, so minus 1 half upon, so when we simplify this will be sin theta y by r, so 1 half upon, again when we simplify, so you note that cos is negative, cos negative, sin positive, so second quadrant all S, T, C. Now in the second quadrant we know how to go into the second quadrant. Here first quadrant theta, pi minus theta, third quadrant minus pi plus theta. So without sin, cos theta equal to 1 upon root 2, then theta will be pi by 4. Using this, taking this one as a base, we have to go into the second quadrant. So principal value of theta, it will be pi minus pi by 4, so it will be 3 pi by 4. So argument of z equal to 3 pi by 4. This is argument. And on the same time, if we want to write polar form, r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta r modulus 1 upon root 2 cos 3 pi by 4 plus I into sin 3 pi by 4. This is nothing but polar form for a given complex number z equal to 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i. Now, so this is the required polar form. So next time we will discuss more problems